Okay, we are live. Give everyone a couple minutes to get on. As I usually say at the beginning, if you guys are watching this live stream on playback, appreciate that. Always like it. I appreciate everyone's support when you guys watch the streams on playback. They're obviously not nearly as entertaining as when they're live at the moment, but appreciate it. Feel free to skip ahead. Probably about a minute or two, just because it'll be silence, unless you want to hear the beautiful sounds and peacefulness of the resort and the golf course here. And we'll wait to get some people on here. Obviously, we probably won't have the best turnout for the live stream tonight, considering this is pretty late, especially for all of our friends back in the Eastern time zone where it's after midnight. It's actually, I don't have my watch on me, so I'm going to get that and we'll be right back. Hey, Will, good to see you. Give me 1 second, guys, and we'll be right back. Back. Hey, Will, good to see you. Thanks for coming on this evening. And welcome to tonight's live stream. Yes, we're still in Hawaii. You guys might recall the last stream I did, which was back on the island of Oahu at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. We are here in the big island of Hawaii. This is Waikoloa Village, and we're here at the resort. And as you can see, it's a beautiful night here, right next to the golf course as well. Get a nice view of the golf course and everything. It's a beautiful evening of sunset here. Obviously, like I said, may not get as many people on here this evening just because we are, for most of our friends from the Eastern time zone, it's after midnight. It's about 12:42 a.m. over there, as it's 6:42 p.m. here in Hawaii. Yeah, we're starting to near the end of the vacation. If you guys tuned into my last stream, you guys might remember that I said we'd be out here in Hawaii for 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks actually. So the end of the trip is coming. One more full day tomorrow, and then return trip through the weekend. So yeah, but I figured I would come on here and do a stream. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow too if I have a little time. Probably will try to do that. But yeah, one beautiful sunset we have here tonight at the resort here in Waikoloa Village. Hopefully we'll try to get a couple people on here tonight. Will, if you could do me a favor, send a link out to the stream. Do me a favor, message Zoe if you have Zoe on Discord. She tends to stay up late, or sorry, they tend to stay up late, and Zoe might be interested in joining that, and put it in the servers if you would too. Sorry I couldn't join your Jackbox session earlier. Honestly, I kind of slept a lot today. I woke up at 6 a.m. because I was going to go and do some elevator filming and stuff like that down in Kailua, Kona. But I was just too lazy and I was too tired, so I said screw it, I'll do it tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And yeah, so here we are down here. Here's a view of the golf course, and yeah, we'll see how many people we can get on here and just kind of chat and chill this evening here on this beautiful evening. I'll join you for the next Jackbox session if I can, Will. Like I said, just mostly been taking it slow today. I mean, I woke up at 6 and 7 o'clock, and I said, screw it, I'm going back to bed. So I woke up at 8:30, came downstairs, had a little something to eat for breakfast, and then just kind of curled up on the couch for another few hours. So I've been taking it very slow today. So we're going to do a short live stream tonight just as we watch this beautiful sunset here, Waikoloa Village. And yeah, it's probably not going to be too long. Obviously, we don't have that many people on here tonight, and that's going to obviously it's a lot more fun when there's more people on here as well. But it's a beautiful night here in the village, and I mean, this resort's really cool with the beautiful views of the golf course right here. I mean, it's kind of cool actually to watch golfers hit the balls through here. And I'll tell you guys something interesting as well about this golf course. You can see the flag over there. Well, they move the hole, and golf courses do this all the time. and they will actually move the flag like in the hole. The hole was, I'm gonna say, right about there when we got here on Sunday, and it had a red flag, and they moved it to the back, like the second or third day we were here. So that was kind of cool to see that they do that. But it's kind of cool to watch the golfers come by. There's also some kids that tend to run around through here too, and then obviously you got the bunker over there. Thank you, Will. I appreciate you doing that. Hopefully Zoe can come on for a bit. It's always fun to talk to Zoe and stuff like that. So thank you, Will. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a beautiful night here in Waikoloa. Beautiful temperatures outside right now. It's 71 degrees. I got up to about 78 today for the high. Speaking of golf, my dad and I, we did a little miniature golf today at one of the little shopping centers that they have. They have a couple small malls in this village. There's not really much in the village here, but yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful little village here on the big island of Hawaii, and it's really nice. Okay. Here, you know what? I'll pause the stream. I'll message. I'll text Zoe directly. Hang on. Okay, we're back. So, yeah. I mean, I know we don't have many people in here, but questions or anything else, share something with me. You know, this is kind of a chat and chill. We'll see what's going on, you know, with everyone, you know. Find any cool elevators recently, Will, or anything like that? Or anyone at all on here? Anyone do anything fun, you know? Go ahead and put in the chat. Haven't filmed all week, okay. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing another live stream tomorrow. I'll probably try to do one in the early afternoon Hawaii time, so that way we get more people on, because like I said, at this time there's a lot of people that are probably not up, because most of us, as we know, are in the Eastern time, which is 6 hours ahead of here. Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually to think about it, because, you know, being 6 hours ahead there, I wake up in the morning and, you know, my guys that I work with at my job as well and stuff like that, you know, they're almost getting off, you know, which is crazy, because you get off between 3 and 4 p.m. So, you know, you think about that, 3 o'clock is 9 a.m., 4 p.m. is 10 a.m., which is pretty crazy. Yeah, beautiful sunset here. And the other thing too that'd be cool about the stream, guys, is back up to the beginning about 8 minutes ago when I started this, and you'll see how much brighter it was as it's slowly and slowly getting darker and darker here as well. One was modded by Otis. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you told me about the 321As. You sent me the video as well. I remember that. The 321As, those were pretty cool. 321As are always cool to find. Trying to think, out of all the things I filmed on this trip, have I really found anything rare? I guess one of the coolest things, at least on this island, and I haven't really filmed much here, and that's why tomorrow I'm going, I mean, I filmed a little bit here in Waikoloa, because there's a couple big resorts, like this resort doesn't have any elevators, but the Hilton Waikoloa Village, the Marriott Waikoloa Beach Resort, and then the Kingsland Resort, which is also a Hilton property. They all have elevators. The Kingsland has like 20 buildings, and they all have elevators. Each building in each complex has something different. So like some of the complexes, like buildings 1 through 11, they all have Kones, and then the newer buildings like 21 through 25, they have ThyssenKrupp and Otis. So that's kind of interesting. It's cool that it's not all exactly the same thing. Like if you guys recall when I filmed the Sheraton Vistiana in Orlando, Florida, where like every building had an Otis, and I still decided to film them all. I didn't film every building at the Kingsland. I might return if I want 4 more videos of Kones, just because some of them were interesting. Half the indicators you'd get on, and you'd push the up button, but it would say down on the first floor, and then it would say up on the 3rd floor. So there's like 3 or 4 of the elevators there that they completely screwed up on. They flipped the indicator the wrong way during installation. So that happens sometimes, you know. I was kind of surprised, and I was kind of disappointed too, because I mean it's really not that hard to get that right. And plus, you'd think they would have checked, but who knows? Who knows how that happened? Yeah, I mean this island, Kailua Kona, I have like 4 videos from there, because there's an arcade I went to back on Monday and Tuesday, and the arcade was right next to an office building. Actually, the office building there was a second floor office building at the one building. It was actually the same address for 2 buildings, which was interesting. The one building had a 3-story Montgomery with an innovation slap on, and then the one the arcade had that had a second floor had an original Montgomery A series. That was pretty cool. Will, I think you showed I think I showed you that picture in a server on Discord. And then Kailua Kona, I did film a Westy RT that I found at an office building, and then an Otis mod. Otis installation, mod by Otis at a hotel next door. So Kailua Kona is one of the bigger cities on the island. Obviously there's Hilo, which is on the east side. We're on the very west side of the island. And Kailua Kona is pretty big. There's a lot of hotels there. I would say at least close to 20 to 25. I don't know which ones all have elevators and which ones don't. We're going to find that out tomorrow. Obviously, I'm going to look at some more videos, see what else to do. And then there's obviously a handful of office buildings as well that I have on my list. So we're going to kind of check them out and see what all I can find tomorrow. I said tomorrow's the last full day, so it's kind of the last call for anything last minute filming wise. I want to try to record as much as I can. Honolulu and the island of Oahu was great when I was there, because I mean, so far, and I will be going back to Honolulu briefly on the return trip, because we're gonna have to go back there to get on our flight back to Detroit. And there are a couple more banks of elevators and stuff in the terminal, and escalators as well. It's pretty much all Montgomery there that I'm gonna film. So there's a couple things to film there as well. Specifically Terminal 2, because Terminal 1's the Hawaiian Airlines terminal, and I already filmed, pretty much everything there when we were on our way here on Sunday. So my goal would be to get a couple more videos from there. For Honolulu, though, in total, I got about 170 videos from there, which is awesome. A handful of those videos are from complexes like the airport that had a bunch of stuff. Did a lot of office buildings while I was there, including downtown, which I gotta say, downtown Honolulu was not that hard to film. It was actually pretty easy. I mean, a handful of those buildings were 30 stories, and I mean, it's, you can see security all around there, which I guess was kind of nice. Made it easy for us being elevator filmers. It was great. I mean, I found a lot of destination dispatch and stuff like that. Oh, here comes a biker. Someone's biking on the golf course. Look at that. He's gonna bike right on the green, isn't he? Wow. That's kind of disrespectful, to be honest, but oh well, not my responsibility. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful night here. Starting to lose our daylight, as you guys can see. It was definitely a lot brighter at the beginning of the stream, and now it is hashtag not my biker. Yeah, pretty much. Got one kid still on the green, but that's it is what it is. Anyways, Montgomery absolutely will. They're good. They have good elevators, and it was kind of cool to find a couple things like that A series here on this island. Destination dispatch, though, as I was saying, tons of destination dispatch I found on the island of Oahu, Honolulu. I didn't really film. I didn't film any other city except Honolulu. I could have gone to Pearl City, but honestly, there was a lot to film in Honolulu, and even still, next time I go there, which who knows when that'll be, there'll still be a lot more to film. A lot of destination dispatch. I found destination dispatch on the first day, pretty much all the way up till the second to last day, because the Hilton Hawaiian Village, 2 of their hotel towers, the one had old Otis Compass, and then the other one had the newer Otis Compass, which was pretty cool. You go all the way up to 39, and it was pretty nice. Couple other places, a lot of Otis Compass in general. There was a couple Otis Compass elevators at like Renaissance Hotel that was near the Ala Moana Mall. Key carded from the bottom floors. I think you could go up to maybe any floor above 14, maybe a couple less from there, but definitely not 8 or lower than that. And then you wouldn't need a key card to go up to the top floor, which was 39. So all I pretty much did for that video was ride 15 to 39 and back and forth, pretty much like that. Because a good friend of mine that I've been talking to here on YouTube lately, Hawaii Skyline, he and a buddy, I think he filmed with Westward Hawaii Elevators, and they were able to get on lobby all the way up to 39 all the way, because I don't think they were key carded at the time. So that was pretty cool that they got to do that then. My Iconic 10/ID found a couple of those. That was at the Twin Fin Hotel near Waikiki Beach. Well, actually, all of that area, like Hilton Hawaiian Village and further southeast of there, was all Waikiki Beach, but Twin Fin was pretty cool. Let's see, what other hotels? Was there any other hotel I filmed that had destination dispatch? I'm trying to think. There's no Kone. There's really not much Kone. There's a little bit of Kone on that island, but not too much. There's a lot of Kone here on this island, though, that's for sure. Besides the Kones at the airport, at Daniel K. Inouye Airport, I'm trying to think, was there anything else? Actually, I think I found one or two Kone mods at other hotels, but yeah. Then if we turn our attention to office buildings, there's Otis Compass Elevators at Bishop, off Bishop Street, Guardian Pacific Center. In downtown Honolulu, that had some pretty cool 31-story those. There was another building off Bishop as well that I actually got busted at. You could go up to 9. Pretty much what happened was, filmed it. Guards saw me going back and forth in the elevator, and then they sent someone. But I got a video, so can't be disappointed. I got a pretty good video out of that. Couple ThyssenKrupp as well. I think I filmed 3. Yeah, 3. I'm trying to think. I think it was 3 ThyssenKrupp Destination Dispatch, which is my first, because we don't have any ThyssenKrupp Destination Dispatch back home in Michigan, at least from what I know of. Maybe in Grand Rapids, maybe even Lansing, not 100% sure on that, but I don't know of any in Detroit. But they had, there was one building I went into that had an interesting ThyssenKrupp. It was really weird. And then another one I went into had a hybrid. So it was like the first 5 floors, I'm going to say at least the first 3 had the panel on the outside, but then you had the buttons on the inside. And then one of the other buildings, I'm drawing a blank on it. Oh, now I remember, yes. One of the other buildings near the Ala Moana Shopping Center off of Kalakaua Avenue was the name of that road. Near the Ala Moana Center, which that was the building. I pretty much parked at that mall and just did all the walking off that street, so I wouldn't have to pay for parking or look for somewhere to park for free, essentially, because a lot of big cities like that, they want to charge you, and it's like, I'm not going to do that. So I walked down the road there, found a handful of things there, and the one building I went to, they had the parking elevators that go all the way from the first floor up to 7, and starting on 7 all the way up to either 18 or 19 was the office level. And those from 7 up to 19, the non-parking elevators were ThyssenKrupp Destination Dispatch. You had the touchscreen panel on the lobby, and then you actually had a keypad that you would enter your floor on for the rest of the floors. So that was kind of cool as well. A lot of Otis, like I said, in terms of Destination Dispatch. I think what I'm gonna do is, and I will talk about this briefly as well. Oh, that's cool, Will. Touch sensor, that's pretty cool. Downtown, yeah, Denver. I'll make my way, but I'll make my way back there at some point. Because I have a trip. I will be flying again come June, and I'll be going into the. No, I think it is the Mountain Time Zone, because I'll be going to Vegas in June for probably 5 days. I'm also going to go to Utah as well. I'm going to get my own rental car for that, and I'm going to do my own filming that trip, kind of like what I did for Florida last year. If any of you guys recall when I did that drive to Gainesville on live stream and all that good stuff. Now I got to tell you, let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll go back to what I was saying about Destination Dispatch here in Hawaii. But Florida last year was amazing. That was one of the best filming trips I ever did, considering I filmed well over 220 videos and at least 110 in Gainesville over 2 days, which is insane, actually. I mean, literally, when I was in Gainesville, it was film, 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 film. Stop briefly for food. Film, 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 film. Check into the hotel. Film, 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 film. 11 p.m. comes. My parents are like, go back to your resort, get some sleep. And I said, all right. And that's when I did that little live stream in the room while I transferred the videos and everything like that. Wow, I gotta say that was a cool trip, you know. And then I drove back down to Orlando the next day, spent the night there, then drove 3 hours further south to Fort Myers, where we spent the last night of the trip, and then flew back home to Michigan, you know, the next day after that. I'll probably go back to Florida probably next year, probably in 2026. I try to go to Florida every 2 years, but I'm going to eventually make my way. There's other states I want to go and do some filming in, and it doesn't even have to be flying-wise. I could just always get a rental and go to Chicago. That's what I'm going to probably do this summer with a couple friends, is do a little bit of elevator filming in Chicago in the suburbs. I want to make my way back to Pennsylvania again, but I need to also do Ohio as well. Yeah, probably another meetup with Ben, because my plan would be to go and rail fan and film elevators with him in Plant City. I want to take him to Tampa as well, which I think would be a lot of fun if I took him to Tampa, because Tampa's got a lot of cool stuff there as well to film, specifically Bank of America Plaza. I think that's the name of that building that's got the Destination Dispatch. That'd be a lot of fun. Speaking of Destination Dispatch, I think it'd be pretty cool. Try to get some of those on video as well. In Tampa. I'll eventually make my way to Denver. I'm going to make my way over there at some point. Probably should make my way to Boston at some point as well. Go see Nick, aka the Goober. That would be good to see him as well. He's a good guy. I would like to meet up with him at some point as well. Obviously, I got to make my way to Ohio and meet Zoe. I mean, Zoe's like the closest out of all you guys, besides all the Michigan people. So that would be fun to do as well. A lot of plans, though, like I said, for the future. You know, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, eventually Indiana, because honestly, it's funny. I filmed quite a few videos, especially in Columbus, Ohio, but the whole state of Ohio in general. I've done a few videos in Pittsburgh, like, actually, no, the whole state of, what am I thinking? I actually have a lot more videos than I thought in Pennsylvania. I have a couple videos from Pittsburgh, got a handful from Altoona when I went there with a friend last year in March. A friend and I, we did a 2-day trip to Altoona so we could go rail fan Horseshoe Curve. I actually can't believe we squeezed that into 2 days, because my friend and I, we went rail fanning the day before in Michigan. I told him, just pack your bag, you know, spend the night. You'll spend the night at my place with me. And then we took his car, and he was really exhausted in the morning. So I said, all right, here's a cup of coffee, load everything into the car, and we'll get going. We got on the road at 2 a.m., and we got to Altoona at 9 in the morning, just in time to start filming and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I guess we got some people playing out here. Alright, hang on 1 second. Alright, we're gonna go inside for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. We're going to go to the other porch now that there's some people that they're going to play badminton out there, and I don't really want to do a stream while they're out there. So we're going to go out this way into my room, and we'll go out under the porch out here, and we'll keep going out here. I was talking about, if I recall, what was I talking about? I actually can't remember. What was I talking about, Will? We'll get a view out here, though. Yep, definitely something. So we'll continue the stream out here. gonna find, oh, Otis Series 1 NEL. Oh, yeah, of course. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Colorado Springs would be cool. Oh, yeah, we were talking about Altoona. That's what we were talking about. The 2-day trip I did. So we get there at 9 a.m. We start rail fanning. I got a couple of videos throughout the day because, my friend and I, we said, all right, we'll take a break. I'll go film a couple elevators. And I wanted to go to the Penn building in particular because Penn State has a small campus in Altoona, and the Penn building had a rare 321A that I saw that someone filmed. So I made my way over there after we hit McDonald's. So we went to McDonald's, got some food to eat there, did some more filming, filmed the mall that's there as well, including the 3 service freight elevators, which were pretty cool as well. That was a lot of fun, that trip, that 2-day trip, because then the next day came. We stayed out till midnight. Actually, ironically enough, about that trip, we literally did some filming. And my friend texted me, a friend of mine that I know that lives in the Columbus area. I've met up with him actually many times, the times that I've gone down to Ohio. And he texted me saying, I'm going to make my way out to Altoona. So he comes up there, took him like 3 hours to get there, which I couldn't believe that Columbus to Altoona was only like 3 hours. I couldn't believe that, actually. So he makes his way out there. He stays out with us till midnight. And the next day, he was going to hang out with us for a bit, but then he decided he was going to hit some spots in western Pennsylvania on his way back. So that was kind of cool. That was kind of spontaneous, and he came out. His name's John. He's Great Lakes Region Rail Fanning on YouTube. Good friend of mine. Really nice guy, and honestly, he's hilarious. So he joined me for Midnight Rail Fanning with me and my friend at that point. That was a lot of fun, actually, when we did that stream. And rail fanning around Altoona on the Horseshoe Curve. That was so much fun. Yeah, then the next day came, we hit a handful more hotels. I want to say I got like 35 videos just within those 2 days, which for a majority of the trip being rail fanning, I couldn't believe like how much content we got. And then we start to make our way out of Altoona. I think we left around 1 p.m., something like that. 1 p.m. we left, and we got back. Let's see, we stopped in Erie Township, Pennsylvania, I think it was, at the CSX line, because I figured we'd try to catch something there. It's the line that's not too busy. With no luck there, we decided to go a little bit further west and cross the border into Ohio. So we got to this little city called Louisville? Yeah, Louisville, Ohio is what it was. Right on the border, where it's got 2 lines. A somewhat busy CSX Newcastle sub, which sees maybe 10 trains a day, and then the Norfolk Southern Youngstown line, which sees like 2 to 4 a day, depending if any as needed train runs. Well, we don't get anything on the CSX line, but we because we're about to leave. We start driving down the road. As we get to the crossing for Norfolk Southern, we see we have a yellow over red. I look at my friend, I'm like, oh, that's probably an automatic. And then as we get a little bit closer to that signal, I'm like, wait a minute, there's no number plates on that. It's not an automatic signal. We actually have a train coming. And sure enough, like 10 to 15 minutes later, the train came in. For a line that doesn't get a lot of action and stuff like that, that was really cool. Happened to be there, right place, right time, really, was what it was, and that was amazing. I couldn't believe it, actually, that we caught it. I mean, that's a line that doesn't get a lot. Sometimes you just get lucky, and sometimes you get blessed with some of your catches and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then I think after that we made our way home. I don't think we stopped anywhere else. No, we didn't, because it was nighttime after that as we finished driving home. So yeah, 2-day trip to Altoona last year in March, early March of last year. I couldn't believe, honestly, we squeezed all that into 2 days. And we still, we got up early, even after rail fanning the day before in Michigan, and still got up. That was crazy. Trying to think, other interesting trip. I guess I could tell you guys about the other interesting trip I did last year, and it was right around the same time. It was Leap Day of last year, February 29th, 2024. My friend Matt, who's Howie Subrail fan on YouTube, he lives in the Metro Detroit area as well, good friend of mine. We decide we're going to go do a day trip to Chicago by Amtrak. So we get on the early train that goes out of Pontiac. It leaves at about 5:40 in the morning, gets to Chicago around 10:32, which we got there about 15 minutes early. That's because, we were just early, we were on the move, and that train also, that early train does not stop anywhere west of Kalamazoo until they get to Chicago. Because the other one's like the 3:53, which is the 3 hour later train that runs 3 hours after the first one, and then 3:55, which is the evening one that leaves Pontiac at about 5:30 in the evening. Those make stops west of Kalamazoo. Like I think they stop in Niles, maybe Dowagiac as well. I think so, Dowagiac, and then there's also New Buffalo as well, and a couple stations like that. I think some of them stop in Hammond, Whiting, Indiana, or Michigan City as well. Could be wrong. I don't know exactly where they stop, but we get there. We're supposed to get there at 10:32 Central Time. We get there at about 10:15, and then from there we take off. We start walking down the road to get to one of the lines where the Metra and Amtrak trains were pretty much nonstop. So that was pretty cool. That was the first big Chicago trip I did, and pretty much only got like 7 elevator videos because I got a couple of the elevators and escalators at the Chicago Union Station, which is the train station, and then there was this one building we went to as well that had a food court, and then the elevators went up to the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor was where the offices were, and it was turnstile to get through there, but that was pretty cool. It was a fun day because then we had about 7 hours to roam and do what we wanted before we got back on the train to go back home. I mean, we did that all within one day, and then we got back the next day around 1:20 in the morning because the late train, it leaves Chicago at like 5 p.m. You lose an hour, obviously, and it's about a 7-hour ride, 6-7 hour ride back. And we were already about 50 minutes late because we moved about a mile or 2 miles out of the station, and then the engineer crew driving the train was having problems with the ITCS, which is their little train monitor thing. I don't know too much about it, so I don't know much about it, but they were having issues with that, which kept us waiting about almost an extra hour. Picked up a lot of time though, for the most part, on the way back to Pontiac. And yeah, then I went to work. So I went home. I got home around maybe a little after 2 a.m. and then I had to go to work at 7 a.m. So that was pretty cool. That was a fun trip. That was a lot. Honestly, I wasn't too bad for work. I was just fine. So that was pretty interesting as well. Yeah, I've been live for 32 minutes, 42 seconds currently. I think we're going to end it here just because I'm only really seeing Will on here. And honestly, I'm going to probably go out and do some more filming tonight. And I got homework I got to do, unfortunately, for some of my classes. So, yeah, I figured perfect timing, Will. Yeah. So I'm going to end the stream here. Will, thanks for coming on. And anybody else that came on anonymously, thanks for tuning in. We'll do another live stream tomorrow in the early afternoon Hawaii time if I have time, which I should. It may not be a long one, but we'll do something like that. Maybe we'll do a live stream on Saturday, too, when we're hanging around the Honolulu airport. After all, we're going to get there, and we're going to probably have about 2 hours, 2.5 hours of sitting time. I'm probably going to find some stuff to film and then probably have about an hour before the departure to Detroit come Saturday. So, yeah, one more full day on this trip. Tomorrow we'll try to do a live stream. Until then, we'll see you guys tomorrow.